The whole thing happened in a matter of seconds, but it happened. I wish it hadn't. I wish I could go back and be a patient and a gentle husband. I wish I would have responded with humility and self-control, but I didn't. And I don't know what caused the mirror to come off the door one night and crash into pieces. I suppose you could just make the argument that the adhesive that was holding the mirror to the door wasn't strong enough. That's a possibility. But I got into an argument with my wife. To be honest, I don't even remember what it was all about. But I got angry, I lost my temper, and I punched a hole in my closet door. After it happened, I hoped my wife would forget about it and that my kids wouldn't find out. So the way I dealt with my regret was to cover it up. I went to the store, I bought a long mirror, and I hung it on the closet door over the hole and just pretended like it wasn't there. As I stood in the closet and looked down at the broken mirror on the floor, I could see my own reflection in the broken pieces. It was a metaphor that was hard for me to miss. The crash woke up my wife. She came into the closet and she found me on my knees picking up the glass, and I'm not much of a crier, but I was crying. And she knew it wasn't because I was especially attached to that mirror, and I'm not sure that I had ever really told her I was sorry, but I was ready to repent. I rested my head against her and I cried. I shared my regret and I repented over what I had done rather than covering it up and keeping it to myself. And here's the beautiful thing. I had been trying to hide it, but when I finally came clean with it, it's what put me in a position to receive grace. And we finished picking up the broken pieces together. If you come to my house today and walk in my closet, you would still find a hole in the door. That hole in the door that I wanted to hide because it reminded me of something I regretted started to remind me how much I am loved. A busted closet door became a trophy of God's grace. The greatness of God's grace means that I don't have to keep trying to convince myself I'm not that bad. Because the truth is, we are worse than we ever want to admit. But God's grace is greater than we ever could have imagined.